Good morning once again, fellow card fighters. Again, my apologies. This week's schedule is going to be slightly behind, but we're not gonna let that stop us. We are still going to have lovely content produced for you guys. So this is my GRAVIDA deck that I was thinking about taking to BSF Duluth, but I ultimately decided against it because it really is only good against Chrono Jet going first, or like stop good at stopping Chrono Jet's rush for the most part going first, which it's ideal because their idea it's ideal because it stops their ideal, but yeah. Yeah, as like it you could it's not that it's not a good deck anymore, it's just that it feels like slightly behind what is good currently. So he's gonna go ahead and start up here, discard one, and then search his hero's base, and then I'm gonna discard a meteor, ride up, and then swing. I get a critical trigger here. He's gonna pitch one and then activate his hero's base, getting three heroes, scouting two, and then one goes to his hand. Sorry for the glare here, guys. So he put Lofton into hand. He damaged two Lofton, or Flatten, and then he scouted the other two into his base, and then he's just going to swing for 10 here. I am going to no pass his Vanguard unless he checked the OT here. And it looks like somebody again moved the camera, guys. I'm sorry. I try my best in these videos to just protect the setup. Again, he no passed our Vanguard, and we did check a crit there. But it looks like it was actually like the store manager that moved the camera. So he's gonna call out the grade 3 robot here. And he's gonna call out another grade 3 robot here to get two of the base. He can only activate one, but he's just getting two to thin out his deck. He's gonna play a base, check top 7 for 3 heroes. And he only gets one here, so he's gonna add the wired to hand. That's the hero that if something swaps positions with it, it gets plus 5k. And he's just going to swing for 13 here. I decide to take it. He gets a crit and he gets a heal. So I take 2 damage. And I go to 4. I just take all his attacks. I pitch one here. Ride up into GRAVIDA. Grab 2 grade 1 meteors here. Drawing 2. Calling out the grade 3 snake here to get the grade 2 meteor from the drop zone. And then I play a meteor from hand. Counterblast 1, calling out Combine Rusher. Counterblasting 1. I'm gonna pop a grade 2 meteor and a grade 1 meteor, so that's gonna count as 3 pops, so my Vanguard does have a crit. He chooses to perfect guard here. I get a Blitz PG and a regular PG here. I believe he took one attack and then he guarded the second one. He's going to immediately start his turn by activating his third base here. So his Vanguard skill is completely online now since he has 3 bases. So if he chooses to CB1, he will get 15k and a crit on the Vanguard. He puts 2 of the defense hero into the order zone and soul charges 2. I just perfect guard his Vanguard. He's going to swing for 20 at my snake. And then he's going to swing for 15 at the snake. I choose to intercept. I Persona Rad here. For those of you that don't know the hero matchup, the grade 3 Vanguard hero, he gives a permanent 5k buff to the front row rear guard circles. So that's why that they were 15 and 20. Flatten gives herself a natural 5k as well. So I play a one from hand, and then I recall out Combine Rusher. And did I only do two here again? I believe so. That's what it looks like. He's going to use his base here twice, so he can rest his base to guard with units from his base. So those guys are 15k shields. So that was 43. Oh no, I think I did pop 5 here. That was 43 and then 63 in total to my 38. Yeah, I think I popped 5 there. He gets the over trigger here defensively, which is good and bad for him because right now he has no CB to do his Vanguard's ability, so he'll just be swinging vanilla with his Vanguard here. He's gonna discard 1 to activate his base to call a unit card from the base, which I believe is another flatten. No, he called out one of the defense guys, I think. I guard his Vanguard for 2 to pass. He gives everything to the Vanguard. So, looks like I was at 4 damage, and that is the end of game 1. The reason I decided 2 to pass his Vanguard there is because his OT was out of deck, and I just felt like he saw enough triggers where like him hitting 2 triggers in succession was very unlikely. But you know, he did bank on it because I think the reason he banked on it was that he felt like he was in a losing position in this game, which it honestly could have gone either way. But you know, at the end of the day, he banked on it and he did get it. So we are starting game 2 here. I believe I'm going first this time. Which is ideally what my deck wants to do. It excels at going first because it just stops like grade 1 rush, or like without a trigger your opponent can't hit the Vanguard, or without a booster your opponent can't hit your Vanguard. So I'm going to pitch a grade 2 meteor here, right up to my 10k grade 1. He's going to pitch 1, he's going to draw for going second, and then he's going to add his base. He's going to swing for 8 here, I no guard, and then I start my turn. He's just reading my grade 1, I was like, yeah, I'm a 10k, bro. I pitch another meteor here, and I just swing with my Vanguard. I get a GRAVIDA here, so it's just really good. He's going to activate his base here, checking top 7 for 3 heroes. Just gets 1 here. He gets the Persona Ride, so he's going to add Persona Ride to his hand. He's going to use his Vanguard's ability to scout 1 and draw a card, and then he soul charges 1 off the card he scouted. He's going to crit me here, so I go to 2 damage. I'm going to discard a second Dole, ride up, and get 2 grade 1 meteors. Drawing 2, looks like I drew the OT and a perfect guard. Calling up the snake here, Soul Blast and Combine Rusher to get that grade 2 meteor into my meteor zone. So right now I have 5 meteors. Yes, I have 5 meteors, and I decided to pop 5 here. So I'm swinging 28 with a crit, trigger effects are doubled, and I get a heal trigger, so I heal to 0. And I give power. So this is going to be 23 and 23. He's going to ride up, activate the robots here. Which I was asking him, like, damn, bro, like, do you play 4 of that guy? He was like, nah, dude, I only play 2. So he's going to do the exact same play that he did the first game. Which is honestly, like, not a bad play, to be honest. So he's going to get 3 heroes here. It looks like he has a grade 1, a grade 2, which looks like Flatten, and Persona Ride. So he's going to add Persona Red to hand, and he's going to put the Flatten and the Grade 1 into Soul, or into base. He's going to swing for 13 here. I decide to take it. He's going to swing for 23. I guard, and he's going to swing for 23 again. I decide to take it. Stand and draw. I'm going to Persona Red here. Get 2 Grade 1 Meteors. Drawing 1, drawing 2. Play a meteor here. Just debating what I want to do. I call out a second doll here. I decide to put a grade 1 meteor on the bottom of my deck. So I'm going to counterblast 1 here. And I'm just going to pop 2, which is going to give me a crit since I did pop the grade 3 meteor. The grade 2 meteor. I do heal again here. And then I do get a crit. So I'm going to give the crit to the column. And then the heal power to the standing snake. She's going to use his base here. It's going to be 33 to my 28. And this is 36, I believe. Which he does decide to take it. So he's at 4 to my 1. He Persona Rides here. Which he has double Persona Ride. Completely whiffs his base search here. Which was very surprising. He's going to counterblast 1, call Flatten to retire my front row rear guard in the same column. He's going to call another Flatten, I think. And he's going to CB1. So this, I believe this is 38, and it has a critical. He has 3 meteors. It has a critical. So I PG the Vanguard here. Ejects 2 Flattens. So this is 30 at my rear guard. I do take it. And this is 30 at my Vanguard, which I decide to take it. Play a meteor here, calling out Combine Rusher. I'm going to swing, popping 2, which is going to count as 3 because it's a grade 2 meteor. He's going to guard for 43 here, and I give all effects to the Combine Rusher, so I swing for 28 with a crit, which he guards for 33 here again, since that grade 2 is a 15k shield. And I put him to 5 here. He Persona Rides again because he did search 2 Persona Rides. Calls out the 2 Flattens. He drove check. Swings for 38 here with a crit. I do guard with my over trigger here. Does get a heal trigger. Goes back to 4 damage. So he's going to swing for 30 first. And the other column's 40. I take the first one. He's going to swing for 40 here. Which I just guard with 2 15s. Stand and draw. And play a meteor from my hand. I'm going to swing for 28 here. And he was asking if I still got the 15, even though I only popped 1, and I told him yes. He was asking for line numbers here. Which he no guards here. So I get a heal trigger, and then I get a critical trigger. He does get a heal here. So I'm going to swing for 25 at the rear guard, which he does decide to guard. And then I'm going to swing for 28 at the rear guard again, which he guards again. Again, the rear guard is only 15k blocks because it does have the constant 5k buff from his Vanguard's ability. So he's going to swing for 28 here with a crit. And I do decide to 2 to pass him because that's all I can give him here. He gets a heal trigger here. Doesn't have many options, so he did decide to give it to Vanguard. So he's going to swing for 13 here. And I ask how big the other column is. I believe I guarded with a 15 or a 10k shield. Put a grade 2 meteor. Put a grade 2 meteor on the bottom of my deck. So I swing for 21 at the Vanguard. He guards. I get a front trigger here. Swing for 25. And I swing for 28. Which he guards for 33 there. Gonna swing for 28 here. Which I give him another 2 to pass. Which I believe I tell him here the only way he wins is he gives all effects to his Vanguard. I was actually low-key hoping he checks the OT here because I thought the OT was still in deck, but he drew it for turn because he was on one card in deck. That's why I was like, oh, I hope he checks the OT here. But we're going on to game 3 here. He's gonna go ahead and start us off for our last game. Again, guys, I wanted to apologize about the glare. I didn't realize how bad it was on his side. He's gonna go ahead and pile shuffle his deck here. Looks like I only put one card back. So again, he's going to start us off here. He's going to pitch a grade 1 hero here. Grabbing the order card. And then pass turn. I'm going to pitch the grade 3 snake here. Draw for going second. I pitch it because I already have another one in hand. Swing for 10 here. I check another one. So it was the correct decision to pitch it. And I believe I just set the one card aside for my discard for next turn. I believe that's a meteor card if I'm not mistaken. Ride up. Plays the base here. Gets 3 off the base. He's going to add the wired to hand. Yeah, he's going to add the wired to hand, and he's going to put the 2 shield guys into the base, and then soul charge 2. He's going to soul charge 1 for each one. He's going to swing with the wired here. I'm going to guard. And he's going to swing with his rear guard wired. I take that one. Pitch the meteor here to ride up. I believe. Swing at the Vanguard here. And then I swing at the rear guard. Another option was to counterblast deny him. I could have just swung at the rear guard, but I think because time was closing in, I decided to just be slightly more aggressive because we did take a very long time to complete the first 2 games. So he only gets 2 here. He's going to add the grade 1 mole hero and put the other grade 1 hero into the base. I'm going to call flat in here, CB1, and pops my rear guard. I'm going to swing for 26 here, since the grade 1 hero is a 13k booster. And then I'm just going to guard. Looks like I pitch another meteor here to ride. Pick up 2 meteors from the deck. Grade 1 meteors, so I'm going to get to draw 2. You guys might notice that he's not using the... I draw 1 and soul charge 1, and then I draw 1 and soul charge 1. Because I wanted to draw another one off of second doll, I believe. Yeah, here's the second doll. I put the grade 3 snake on the bottom of my deck, and I soul blast 3 and I draw 1. So I did take a little bit of a risque play there. I believe I only pop 2 meteors here, but the grade 2 counts as 2, so this is going to be with a crit. Yeah, he takes it, and I'm going to swing for 26 because he gets a defensive, and he is going to use his base here to just 5k block it. Anyways, like, lost my train of thought. The reason he's not using the grade 1 hero that lets him swap a front row and a back row is because he didn't want to give me the chance to just retire 3 and get a crit on my rear guard snakes. So he was just playing very conservatively the whole game. He did push me to 4 here, debating how I want to guard the last attack. I decided to perfect guard it. Play a grade 2 meteor here from hand, calling out the combine rusher. Decided to just pop 2 once again, which is going to count as 3, so it's going to be 15 with a crit. He decides to perfect guard as well. Discarding a perfect guard, looks like. Get a heal trigger, going to give it to the snake. And then I get a meteor guard. So I'm going to swing for 18 here, because I believe I only have 1 meteor in the meteor zone. Yeah. Then I'm going to swing for 28, pushing him to 4 damage to my 3. He's going to call what looks like to be flatten here. He's going to swing for 28 with his Vanguard, which doesn't have a crit. He only has 2 meteors. I do decide to 2 to pass him here, which doesn't get, I believe he, no, did he try to? Yeah, he tried to give it all to Vanguard again, so his other rearguard attack was just like a 5k intercept. I'm just going to pop 1 here to retire his rearguard, so this is just going to be 28. He's going to use his base here, so this is 43, so this is 2 to pass. I get a grade 2 meteor and a perfect guard here. Swing for 18, gets a heal trigger here, and the other column can't hit because I only have 3 meteors in my drop zone. And like 1 meteor, so I need 5 meteors for her to get the 5k. Gonna call the robot here and get his base. So he's gonna do top 7 search for base. Only gonna get 2 off base. He's gonna get the grade 1 hero and persona ride. He's gonna add persona ride to hand, put the grade 1 hero into base. And he's going to swing for 13, I believe. Yeah, so I 2 to pass him here. He gets the base. He gets a grade 2 mole here, grade 1 mole hero. Swinging here for 13. I do decide to take it. Play my grade 2 here. Just popping 1 once again, so swinging for 28. He perfect guards here. I check the OT, so I give the 200 million to the snake. So I swing for 200 million here, 2 damage, and he was asking the number on the other column. The other column was only 38 because the grade 2 was 15 at the time, so it doubled to 30, and then the 8k booster. So he was able to guard those. Persona rides here. His deck is looking extremely low. He's gonna rest 2 and discard 2 for his base to call out 2 from the base. I perfect guard the Vanguard here. Checks a grade 3, checks a front trigger here. I believe he persona rode. Yeah, he persona rode because he searched it. I do take 1 attack. And I guard the other one for 43. Damn, someone is just like messing with my camera, like very like, wow. They're like, I'm so sorry, guys. So I'm gonna call the second doll here, put my persona right on the bottom of the deck, pop a meteor here, swinging for 34, I believe. Yeah, 34 with a crit. I popped both his rear guards. So he's gonna guard for 53 here, which is 2 to pass. I'm going to swing for 28, which he gets a heal trigger, which doesn't resolve because I was already at 5, and he couldn't guard the rest of my attacks. So that is the end of Game 3, guys. I know the camera work was a little bit, like, not even a little bit, like, super bumpy. Like, I am going to go to, this was at House Rules Gaming, so shout out to House Rules Gaming. It's a very nice locals. They host locals every Tuesday at 7 p.m. best of 3, but I am gonna like make sure that the camera does not get shaken around like this. That was like very, I only thought someone hit the camera like once, but apparently like somebody was like continuously like, or people's continuously hitting the camera like a couple times throughout the night. So I do want to apologize for that. But anyways guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. Tell me what you guys thought about this match. What other decks you would likely want to see in the future. I do know set 9 is right around the corner. I am hyped for that set right now, even though right now I am basically still in the playtesting phase for BSF Duluth, but set 9 is like my next project. You guys are gonna see like a bunch of content from me in the future. Yeah. Have a beautiful day, guys. Later.